Honey, this is for all of my baddies on the budget right now. We're in quarantine. Everybody's going which way, honey, but we have to still look good out in these, you know, streets that we're not supposed to be in.
Tell that they hate, and when they see me, I can tell that they hating on the low. Just know, just know, just know, just know, I'll be back on the road for sure. Just know, just know, just know, just know.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's KiloKi here, and I am back with another video. So as you can see in today's video, we are doing this beautiful frontal affordable quick weave install. Literally guys, I just have on a frontal and I have like $10 beauty supply store bundles in the back. Honey, this is for all of my baddies on the budget right now. We're in quarantine. Everybody's going which way, honey, but we have to still look good out in these, you know, so basically we're coming to look good in the house. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super easy, super quick. It didn't take me long. For beginners it might take you a little bit longer, but it was super easy. It looks super good and full. It doesn't look, you know, shabby. Like it looked like I have some bundles in my hair. And then I have this frontal that I had from an old wig that I never wore with this frontal, so I just put it on. But you can find affordable beauty store frontals in the beauty supply store, so I will have a video on that soon, so stay tuned. If you are interested in how I got this beautiful quick weave install, make sure you keep on watching. Mwah.
Alrighty guys, so first thing I'm doing is I'm going to put edge control on my edges and brush my edges back so none of my hair is in the way when I'm starting to apply my lace glue. I already ain't got no edges, so I'm not trying to take out the little edges that I do have. So I am just brushing all of my hair back, and then I'm going to put on a stocking cap. I'm going to put on a wig cap. Of course, you can find a wig cap at your local beauty supply store as the edge control that I used. Now I'm just going to take some foundation, my shade, and I am just going to fill in the front portion of the wig cap so it can match my skin tone when we're applying the frontal for a beautiful flawless melt. This is my frontal. This is an old frontal that I got from an old wig that I never got to wear. So I'm just going to use it because, honey, it's in my drawer. And I need to do something to my hair. Can't get your hair done out in these streets. So I'm showing you guys how to make an affordable quick weave at home, easy, beginner friendly, and cheap. So what I'm doing is I laid the frontal on my head, cleaned the perimeter of my forehead with some alcohol, and then I'm taking this premium lace glue from the beauty supply store. I'm not sure what's the actual brand. It's not Bold Hold or Ghost Bond or anything like that, but it's pretty much close to it. But I'll leave the name of this lace glue in the description box. It's a pretty nice lace glue. It's not heavy. It doesn't make me feel like my forehead is being snatched back. I actually like it. So if I'm looking for a permanent or longer lasting hairstyle that requires lace glue, I would like to use this one because it's lightweight. But I just put that lace glue on the center of my forehead, and I took my blow dryer and I'm letting that dry, that first layer dry. And then I'm going to take a second layer and I'm going to dot that on the center of my forehead. I'm going to take one of my just clips, honey, and I just spread it that evenly. And of course, I'm going to let that layer dry as well. Now, I only did 2 layers because I'm not that committed to frontals. But of course, I have to be committed to this frontal because, bitch, I'm sewing this one down. So this one gonna have to last, period. but I'm just blow drying everything down. Once that lace glue turns clear, I'm going to go ahead and apply my frontal on top of that lace glue. I'm trying to be very careful not to get any hair stuck on that glue. So I'm just going to take my comb, kind of work that lace glue in a little bit, and have my hair actually set on top of that glue, so we don't have any poking lace or any unwanted lace that's not laid down. So I'm just going to continue to take my comb and push everything in place. After I cut a little bit of lace off, I went ahead and continued to apply that lace glue on the sides of my forehead. So I'm going to do that same exact process that I did with the center on the sides. So now that I have the frontal laid down on my forehead, I'm just making sure everything fits. And now what I'm doing is going ahead and twisting up that frontal so it can get out of my way, because we are going to be sewing our frontal to our head for security. So I already have my needle and thread already up, and I'm just going to go ahead and sew the frontal down. My method of sewing the frontal down was just pulling the frontal back as far as it'll go on the wig cap, so it can be a nice lay, an even lay. So I just pulled the frontal back, and then I just sewed it down. So now I am done sewing the frontal, and I'm just plaiting at the frontal up so I can have no hairs in the way while I'm trying to lay the rest of these tracks down. You don't want any hair glue on the hair. You don't want anything to bother the frontal. We want the frontal to be neat as possible. So I ended up putting on another wig cap on top of the wig cap that we already have. I took some of my TGI bed head holding spray, and I sprayed all of that over the cap, sort of like a protective shield of some sort. And then I took my pump it up spritz and I sprayed that generously on the cap. I love using pump it up spritz for quick weaves, because it just gives it a little bit more reinforcement. The tracks stay on longer, tracks stick on longer with the glue adhesive. So I just spray the pump it up spritz throughout me laying my tracks and all over the wig cap, and I'm just going to let that dry. that's dry, I'm taking my two model 18-inch bundles. That pack is a one solution pack in the beauty supply store, and it's about 20 odd something dollars. So that is very, very affordable, and it comes with actually 6 bundles in it and a closure. But I just like to use the bundles for my quick weave. You can use the closure if needed. So what I just did was measure the back of my head, cut the track, and then I added my wig glue. And what I'm going to do after I add my wig glue, I am just going to lay that track in place. Now I'm going to use that same method all the way until I get to the top, laying the tracks corner to corner with the frontal, corner to corner with the frontal, and I'm going to do that all the way to the tip top of my head. So I used two model bundles, then I used two 18-inch model bundles, then I used a 14-inch model bundle for the top of the frontal, for the top of the quick weave, for it to connect to the frontal. And those bundles are sold separately, individually. If you didn't want the one solution pack, they're sold individually. My $14 bundle, my 14-inch bundle was $7.99. $7.99. And the 18-inch bundle, I believe, is $8.99. So if you want it separately, if you just wanted one or two bundles, honey, you could just buy them separately. If you wanted a full quick weave, buy the one pack solution for 20 some odd dollars. Like, either way you go, the deal is a deal. And I really, really love this beauty supply store hair. Like, I've done extending ponytails with it and everything, and it has not steered me wrong. So for all my baddies on a budget, you do not have to get no overpriced hair, anything like that, to get you through the week, honey. Throw you a quick weave in your hair for the week, honey. Please, I'm telling y'all, it's super, super easy. Super, super easy. I know I'm just rambling, but I just wanted to give y'all that insight on the hair that I used for this video. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and keep laying those tracks all the way around until I close that hole up at the top. So I'm gonna shut up talking, and you guys can watch the rest of the video. Alrighty, and a few minutes later we have gotten to the top of the frontal and we have completed laying this these tracks down. What I'm doing is just taking my wax stick and I put that on the top portion of my hair and on my edges, and I'm taking my hot comb and I'm just making sure everything is hot combed down, because the frontal is a real hair frontal, so it's going to be thicker and a more natural color than the rest of the hair. So I'm just, you know, running that hot comb through it so it can blend. I'm just, you know, trying to get my hair to go in the direction that I want it to go. And then in the next clip, I'm going to actually mold my hair down using some mousse. Now I am using the ebony mousse. I would recommend not to use as much, or use just a little bit, because that mousse can make your lace lift. So don't necessarily use a lot like I did. I just wanted it to melt into the skin really nicely. It can be sticky and it can start lifting up if you use too much. So just be very generous or very cautious about putting mousse on your frontal after you've already glued it down. So I'm just going to put my wrap over my head to let it melt. And that is the end of the install. Again, super easy and super affordable. I will leave all of the supplies and everything that I used in the video in the description box below.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hoped you like the way I did my quick weave. Again, super easy, super affordable, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you can be notified of all of my content uploads. And make sure you follow me on IG at _KiloKi for more content. I will see you lovely ladies in the next video. Mwah.